Good morning, friends. Adam Brandt
Howdy.
is with us today in Speedwalking and Tracksuits with Jeremy. So let's go. And I feel like with the hips that you've got, and we're going to talk about those more, we can really get our swinging going. So, if you can't keep up with my athletic prowess, I understand. I'll slow down. I'm pretty good at gauging.
That was my middle name in high school, was Mr. Ketchup.
Mr. Ketchup?
Yeah, that was for a different lunch-related incident, but still,
What'd you do?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I have a whole Reddit thread about what you did in high school.
You're not the only one.
I don't even know how to start a Reddit thread.
My kid wants to get on Reddit.
Oh,
He's
Jesus.
10.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, no, let's not. Let's not do that. That's not a place for children right now.
How old is Walker now?
He just turned 10 in March.
Does he still like you?
For now.
Let's say it's a matter of time, right?
Yep. Oh yeah. He's still likes all the same music as I do, and we just did a big old Lego set together.
So he likes Nirvana? Like you?
You did talk to Paul. Man.
Wait, so you do love Nirvana?
No.
What's your favorite Nirvana song?
The one that ends the quickest.
Come on.
What? No.
Just be it. Come as you are. Just be. You don't have to be ashamed of loving Nirvana. You're the quintessential millennial. You're supposed to love Nirvana.
No, quintessential millennials are still emo kids.
Okay, enough about your love for Kurt Cobain.
Oh my God.
You're welcome, Paul.
That was quick. Got that one right out of the gate, huh?
Yeah. Well, no. Tell us, what kind of music do you like?
I don't want to be that guy that says I like everything, because I think everybody will. When you hear people say they listen to everything, they mean they tolerate everything, in my experiences. But what you listen to mostly is different from what you're willing to listen to.
Yeah, okay, that's true. I'm one of those assholes that says he listens to everything, but it's not like I'm, changing my Spotify to Tammy Wynette every once in a while. Right.
If you look on my Apple Music playlist or what have you, you're not going to see Tchaikovsky or,
just solid Nirvana.
Right.
Just all Nirvana all day. Mine is heavy bluegrass rotation, which is typical of a guy in tracksuits, I think, and Beastie Boys, which actually fits the motif better.
I will get into some bluegrass modes. As a matter of fact, this past summer I got into a band called the Bridge City Sinners.
Oh.
And they're a satanic folk band.
I'm going to need to watch this video and remember this.
You're welcome.
That sounds great.
They are great. Got to meet them after their set at the music festival I went to, so that was pretty cool.
Nice. I've heard some genre bending, like heavy to bluegrass. I don't know. I love it when there's genre blending stuff going on.
Yeah, sure. It's like everybody wants to call metal the satanic one, and then you get songs like "The Devil Went Down to Georgia," and people decide to turn a blind eye. So. Speaking of satanic, I wore my favorite jogging shirt. My favorite shirt that makes some people uncomfortable.
Eat trash.
Hail Satan.
Oh, wow. Is that a possum?
Yeah.
I love that. Possum's one of my favorite Fish songs. Are you a big Fish fan?
I can't say I can recall a time where I've ever listened to them willingly.
Well, when you watch this, go to your Spotify, look up Possum on Fish. It's a great song. Fish fans are special. I'm a Fish fan.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm a lot of things. Right now, I'm a huge tracksuit fan.
Right. And cheese bucket hat.
Yeah. Thanks for recognizing. This is my first video with my new cheese bucket. Why am I wearing a cheese bucket, you might ask?
Why are you wearing a cheese bucket hat?
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome. Yes.
It's because the Big Cheese is coming up on April 15th. What's that? That's a mac and cheese festival. April 15th at the Kellogg Arena.
That sounds exciting.
It's going to be great. We have like 21 vendors. I think 15 of them are our mac and cheese vendors, and then some dessert vendors and a couple of others.
I hope they incorporate mac and cheese into their desserts.
Oh, that would be fun.
Ooh.
I wonder. I've seen evidence of a mac and cheese dessert. We have a catering company that does mac and cheese and some other things. They're a vegan company called Raw Dog, which is probably my favorite.
Probably one of the better
because
names of anything.
I started the original Facebook group Raw Dogging, and so I thought that's what they were about, but they're just about vegan.
There's a TikTok channel called The Male Karens.
Oh.
Yeah, and they did an episode where they talk about how they like to feed the homeless. They call it just giving them just the raw dog and the homeless.
Oh my, that sounds not nice.
Oh, it's great. I will be sure to send it to you.
So,
yes.
All right.
What else did Paul tell you?
I'm interested. Well, I was gonna say, I think we met about 10 years ago.
A little more. Yep.
So we met in this club that's dedicated to the procurement of facial hair.
This is true.
Battle Creek Metropolitan Area Mustache Society. You're much better at it than I am at facial hair.
That's debatable.
That is. And about a decade ago. It might have been a little longer. It was sometime around it's the Victor Lee, Tony Timmer, Adam Brandt era of the VC Mams. Right around. I feel like it's like 2010, 2011, somewhere in there.
Well, I've been in Battle Creek probably about 16 years, and I started doing Mustache Society stuff shortly after that. So
now I forget, you're not from here.
Correct.
We're probably not getting good sound right now. Oh yeah, we've got to.
Yeah. We're stopped.
That's one of our fans.
I think we're good.
There's 7 of them.
Yeah.
Sometimes on these crosswalks in Battle Creek, only in Battle Creek, hashtag only in Battle Creek, Bobby, do people not stop at crosswalks and just like race through them, where pedestrians have to play like a George Costanza version of Frogger.
Who plays Frogger anymore?
Millennials,
I guess.
Wait, so I didn't even let you answer my question, or if you did, I wasn't listening.
I don't think you even asked a question. So
you're not from Battle Creek.
Correct.
You're from Grand Rapids area.
I'm from the Grand Rapids area, about halfway between Holland and Grand Rapids in a town called Hudsonville.
What can you tell us about the Grand Rapids Underground?
Nope. I knew where that was going. I have worked very hard to not be as pretentious as I used to be.
What's that mean? Not pretentious, but like, why did Paul tell me to ask you about the Grand Rapids Underground?
I don't know.
Is this a music scene?
It was the music scene at the time. I hold my the mid to late aughts in high regard as far as a music scene up in Grand Rapids, and I like to talk about it apparently a lot, but I don't anymore, specifically for that reason, because I don't want to be a pretentious douchebag my entire life. So
you had enough years of that.
Yeah, no, yeah.
New phase.
With that.
I'm getting better at using this camera, but my arm is not getting strong enough to hold it up with one arm, so I have to switch a lot. Well, I don't have much more to tease you about unless it comes up naturally. I just
fair enough.
I thank Paul Jones for that good content.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
I'm sure you're gonna figure out some way to make fun of his inability to grow facial hair.
That's just low-hanging fruit right there.
Speaking of low-hanging fruit,
yeah,
we're not talking about you, Paul. It's very high-hanging, tucked-in fruit.
It's barely there fruit, really.
Yeah. So, when's the last time you went speedwalking?
Oh, man. The last time there was an emergency at work, and I had to speedwalk because you can't run in a factory. So probably a couple years. Yeah. A couple years ago.
Yeah, so you think you're still in shape from those days?
No, absolutely not.
Me neither. It's why I started doing this. So
yeah.
It was a way to... I really wanted to... I want thigh gap again. That's what I want.
You know,
I want to be able to see right through there.
See, I just want to wear my old T-shirts.
Oh man, I have this.
I got a bunch of shirts.
I have this
that I love,
affliction.
and I can't fit them anymore.
Yeah, same. Some of my favorite T-shirts are larges, and if I'm being honest with the audience, I have to walk myself into my extra larges these days.
Man, I'd be so lucky to be in an extra large right now. I'm holding down the 2X.
And even though the
business.
fans know that I have a 22-inch inseam, my legs, I have a long torso, so it's weird. The chubbier I get, the more belly button I show in my T-shirts that fit up top, but they just don't fit for length. So I can never raise my hand in class.
That's fair. Yeah, I definitely have to pick and choose what shirts I wear out in public. Most of them my wife hates, but...
Well, I'm glad you picked a really good one for today.
Yeah, well, you know, I aim to please.
I think, since you wore a satanic T-shirt, I'd like to bring up that... I'd like to bring up the freedom of religion.
Yeah, so I'm not a Satanist, by the way.
I know. Me neither.
I just wanted to let the viewers at home know.
But I want Satanists to be able to be Satanists if they want to be.
Right, exactly.
Just like everybody else.
There's a lot to be said about that.
I don't believe in any of this. This is a Christian nation nonsense. This is a nation made up of a bunch of people that are allowed to have a lot of different beliefs.
Yeah, the problem is that one set of beliefs is trying to impose theirs on everyone else.
Right.
And not allowing them the freedom to do so.
Like circumcisions.
Exactly.
Stop cutting the skin, guys. Let's go back to just like my videos here, raw and uncut.
Exactly.
It's
really the only way to go.
I feel like you're getting awful close to me. Are we gonna dock soon?
I don't know. We could.
Docking was one of the drunken spelling bee words. Really easy to spell, but way more fun to describe and use in a sentence.
How did that go?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
We had about 2,000 people there in the Beamery.
Oh, wow.
No. We were just at capacity.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
That's a tasty Cafe Rica beverage right there.
Dude, Cafe Rica.
Shameless plug.
One of the best things that happened to Battle Creek.
I agree.
Those guys are awesome, and that place is great, and I love how it grew from an idea to a cargo shop in the shipping container to down in the incubator space downtown where you can start businesses, to their own storefront that is killing it, and frankly their own storefront that is proving that we don't need our three big employers to send their employees to work and support us, because we can handle it without them. All those big buildings downtown that are empty, it's disappointing, but
it is. And some of those buildings are pretty fantastic, inside and out. There's a lot of good old architecture here in town. I wish I had the gumption to bring a business idea to fruition.
I wish I had the capital and credit. That's why I do all these low rent operations.
All right, let me ask you this.
Okay. Ooh.
If you could bring another business into this world where, let's say, capital is not much of an issue, what would it be? Because I know you already have Sprout, you already have Penetrator Events, Battle Axe.
I think so. I had an idea once.
Okay.
A jump to conclusions, Matt. So I think a jump to conclusions, Matt store. It's an Office Space quote.
It's taken me a while. I have not seen Office Space in the longest time.
I quote that movie a lot in here, and most people don't get it, and it's my favorite. It's my favorite when I quote and people don't get it.
Most of the movies I quote are just in my head because I know most people won't.
Are they all like...
They won't care, or...
Courtney Love movies?
No.
What's your favorite movie?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Movie called Goon.
Goon?
Yeah. It's a hockey movie. About Sean William Scott. His character doesn't know how to skate, but he knows how to fight. So they teach him how to skate to be an enforcer who goes and beats up people on the other team. And I think it's one of the more... I think it's the funniest shit around.
Are you a hockey guy? A hockey
bit.
fan?
Yeah. Not too. I'm not as balls deep into it as Tony Timmer is.
I'm glad you said that.
But
I was gonna say as lip deep as Tony Timmer.
No, I definitely root for my Red Wings. I pay attention to the scores, and
hockey fans are something special. I think they're more dedicated fans in America. Now, obviously, Canadians are like insane hockey fans. It's a part of their
their
credo.
birth ritual.
But Americans that are hockey fans are, I think, the most dedicated sports ball fans that there are.
Yeah, I think college football fans are also there.
Is that you mean soccer?
I was trying to think of a snarky way to come back at that, and it took me too long. I couldn't do it.
NCAA.
Yeah.
I like watching the sports sometimes, but I'm not really good at remembering.
Yeah.
People's names.
I'll watch hockey. I'll watch the Red Wings when I can. And I will watch most of the Indy Racing Motorsport League.
Nice.
Races.
I'd not take you as a car guy, like going to Daytona 500 kind of.
Oh no, not Daytona. No. I don't watch NASCAR.
I did not take you as a Let's Go Brandon chanter.
No, absolutely not. No, I like my cars to turn right sometimes.
That's so back to your question about what business.
Yes.
So I have a made up answer on the spot, but mostly I would say I'm really trying to embrace the absurd lately,
Sure.
And so I think what I would love to do is have this big pole barn, big indoor-outdoor space with just the latest ridiculous shit, or just the weirdest games, like whirly ball,
like Dance Dance Revolution.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, I'm gonna look it up and then I'm gonna do it. Jazzercise classes.
It's kind of Dance Dance is kind of like Jazzercise.
Aaron and I did Jazzercise with Jane Fonda the other day because it was raining.
Oh.
I couldn't get my steps in. I was like, Aaron, I got to keep this up. So we did some Jazzercise with Jane Fonda, like 80s video, but just ridiculous stuff. A rotating menu of ridiculous things. Maybe even not a lot of repeats. But also I wouldn't want to manage it. I would just want to come up with the ideas.
Right.
That's all I want to do is come up with fun ideas. I'm thinking of putting on I've been thinking of this for years. It's called First Person Squirter, and it is a squirt gun assassination game. You might have played it in high school or something, where
say that I have.
Everybody gets a target, and if you around town, maybe let's say 1,000 people sign up.
Okay. And
it's $10 to sign up, and so there's $10,000, $5,000 for the winner, $2,500 for the second place.
Okay.
And you've got to shoot your target. Once you shoot your target, you got to shoot their target until there's no more targets left.
Uh-huh.
And there's some specific rules, like you can't do it at their work or around certain areas, and they can't look like real guns. Like they've got to be, I don't
fluorescent.
know. Yeah, fluorescent,
and
Nerfy type guns.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll do water or Nerf bullets or something like that. We'll see who wants to sponsor it. But First Person Squirter, a penetrator events.
That's a lot of glass.
So we've just done this round robin here of Michigan Avenue to the Kellogg House, behind the cop shop, along the linear trail where we walked by Scott Parker.
I thought I smelled bacon a minute ago.
I thought I smelled weed, but
well, that's just.
I like both of those things.
That's just the new dispensary. I've come to the conclusion that if there's new construction in Battle Creek, it's safe to assume it's going to be another weed joint.
There's just not enough weed in this town to support our habits.
So my son and I, we were out at the mall, and they just put in a weed shop into the old Don Pablo's, and my kid goes, "What's that place going to be, Dad?" I said, Probably, I think it's going to be another weed joint. Thinking he's just going to drop it after that. And he goes, oh, so that's probably going to be your new favorite store because you like pulling weeds so much. So I was like, yes, that's what that store is about, pulling weeds in your yard.
One of my favorite times is, I'm not going to mention names here, but...
Paul Jones?
Yeah, let's just say it's Paul Jones.
That's fair.
We were hanging out and maybe just got done partaking, and a friend shows up with his daughter. And I came out of the barn. I was like, hey, whoa, can't come up here. We've got a skunk in the basement we're trying to get rid of. It smells like crap. And she says, ha, Daddy had a skunk in the basement last night. And that was the best shit I'd ever heard.
Oh, that's great.
I might have told this story already. There's a lot of stories I repeat on here. Sorry, fan. But...
Leave in the comments below what stories Jeremy has repeated in this series.
Oh, very nice.
Videos.
This is what we need. We need more production value, Adam. Thank you.
You need to engage the audience.
Wow, this bucket hat needs some vents. This dome is already barking. My glasses are getting fogged up.
Comment down below what Jeremy should do about his glasses fogging up all the time. And while you're at it, hit that like and subscribe button.
Now, I know we've got YouTube. My daughter watches way too much YouTube, and
mine kid too.
And I hear that sentence, while you're at it, hit that like and subscribe all the time. I think I've said that once just because I think it's funny.
I put out a YouTube video. I thought I had this great idea for my own channel.
Jump to conclusions?
No, it was
Nirvana.
It's called I called it Bad Cards, and I don't think I mentioned hitting like and subscribe. That might be why it didn't take off.
Probably.
It's the only reasonable explanation I can think of.
Bad Cards?
Yeah.
So tell us what it was about.
It's well, I've made one video because I run out of creative juices pretty quickly.
You got to drink a lot of pineapple juice.
Yeah.
And it replenishes it.
Yep.
Makes them taste good too.
Basically, I take my Cards Against Humanity and I pick out just a couple of cards and I, off the top of my head, come up with a short story going around.
Oh, nice.
Revolving around it.
I haven't played Cards Against Humanity in a while. So do you have a story to tell? Like about, what's the one with Harry Potter? Daniel Radcliffe's something. There's a Cards Against Humanity card. Daniel Radcliffe's delicious asshole. Tell us a story, Adam.
Have you ever seen the show Miracle Workers on TBS with Daniel Radcliffe in it?
No.
There's a scene in I think season 3 where he gets up and I think they're doing like a Wild West version of karaoke or something like that, and apparently, no, not apparently, he does get up on stage and strips down into some S&M type.
What's S&M for the audience? What's S&M stand for?
Sadomasochism. So, bondage,
I'm a power bottom. Go on.
So yeah, no, Daniel Radcliffe in full bondage, singing on a stage, and that's my story about his asshole. I guess.
He's a sweet boy.
He's a good guy.
I think he's a good actor.
I agree.
Well, we're just walking through between First United Methodist and City Hall here on our way back to Cafe Rica. That was a nice walk. I haven't done that version yet.
Hey.
And we just sort of just happened.
I'm glad I was your first.
Well, that it didn't hurt as much as I thought it was going to.
They always say. Just got to know how to handle them.
What did we learn this morning at Cafe Rica? That the most stolen item at Walgreens
is
lube.
Because it's from the old people who need help with their catheters.
Yeah, I thought it was from people like my parents getting ready to go to the villages, and they didn't want to spend their loofah money on lube. Love you, Mom.
Bye.
Oh. I wonder when my mom's going to ask me if she can speed walk with me. I'm going to go ahead and say never.
Make sure you bring that up.
Oh, yeah, no, we'll totally talk about the villages,
on
Mom.
a weekly basis, how much do you think you spend on lubrication, Mother?
Oh, I thought you were asking me.
Oh.
I was doing the math.
No, you're,
I was like,
you're the one that already told me you got to buy it in bulk from Sam's Club.
Every time I buy a gallon, it's about $30, and at one pump, 6 times a day, carry the 3. Whew, I'm out of breath just talking about it.
Strap in or strap on?
I feel like this video is going to make me go blind. Strap in or strap on? Yes, is the answer.
Oh, my phone's ringing.
Oh, hey. You should
Potential
probably
spam.
So,
Another bill collector.
got an extended warranty needed to buy?
Oh, many.
We've been teaching our daughter how to answer those calls and drag them out.
You ever watch Scammer Payback?
No.
That's a YouTube channel where they basically just waste scammers' time. They try to hack into their systems and delete their files. You know, help save the world by taking down one scammer at a time.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's fun.
I thought so.
Well, hey, we're back where we started.
Hey, look, it's my car.
That went way too fast,
Feel like
but we should definitely hang out more. Will you come back in season 3?
I thought this was still season 1.
No, it is. Season 2 is the next one.
You can call
I'm
me.
just kidding.
I'll be a repeat offender.
All right, great. I'll look and see if you're still on the list, and then we'll go from there. It's
There you
Otis. All right, love you, Adam. Nice to see you, man.
Hey,
That was
have
fun.
a great afternoon.
Bye,
See you,
guys.
folks.